Hey everybody, how you doing? Jumping on real quick. Gonna let some people jump on. I am gonna basically, today's a big energetic day leading up to the summer solstice on Sunday, which I'm so excited about. So today what I'm doing is an astrological and energy report for the fact that we have a very auspicious event happening that doesn't happen often, and I'm going to explain how this is working because I'm really trying to get you guys moving and motivated to make a change. Okay, so we're doing a live transmission in reference to the ingress of Chiron into Taurus and the cosmic gridlock. So you're stuck with me tonight, and you're going to be stuck with me on Sunday morning, but medium on a mission, it all has a purpose, guys. Okay, so today is June 19th, so I'm going to actually jump right into this because I have a session right after so that I can get this out to you. Okay, today's June 19th, and we are standing collectively at a massive cosmic threshold at 2:20 p.m. Pacific time, which is my time on my coast, and it is gorgeous here today. Chiron, the celestial body known as the Wounded Healer, officially left the fiery, hyper-independent battleground of Aries and made its historic entry into the fertile, rooted earth of Taurus. So the heaven, the cosmos are shifting right now. And this is a good thing, not a bad thing. Okay? So this is literally the first time Chiron has touched the sign of the bull since 1984. So it's been decades. It initiates a brand new 7-year macro cycle that will shape our world all the way through May of 2034. So this is a big deal. It really is. Astrologically, energetically, cosmically, for all of us, this matters. So because this is 2026, a recognized highly potent destiny year, which I've been trying to stress to you guys, that we're halfway into a destiny year. As soon as summer solstice hits, we're 6 months in. We got 6 months in to get it in and get it done. Or as my daughter Gracie would say, get it done and dusted. Okay, so lock in with me on this. So this shift isn't just a regular planetary movement. It is a seismic recalibration of our physical reality, collective financial systems, and our deepest, most intimate sense of human worth. And this all is kind of like initiating today before the summer solstice. So over the rest of this live, we are going to strip away all the superficial bullshit. And we are going to look honestly at the anatomy of this current transit. Hi, honey, how are you? Of this, honestly, of this anatomy of this transit, map exactly how it will expose and heal this hidden scarcity loops across every single zodiac sign. I am going to go into your zodiac signs today. That's why we got to get it in and get it done. And establish clear, non-negotiable structural actions for you to claim your absolute sovereignty. And this is what this is about. This year is about you. You have got to come first. You have got to make the changes you need in your life so that your world changes, especially if you're not unhappy in it, especially if you're unhappy or frustrated. You've got to be willing to look at things honestly and do the work, especially to get where you need to be. Okay? So, the gravity and the anatomy of Chiron right now. So, to truly understand why I came live tonight when I'm coming live again on Sunday, why today is a game changer, we have to understand what Chiron actually is. If you ignore Chiron, you miss the entire plot of your soul evolution. This is serious business, guys. It's serious. Okay? In the sky, Chiron is considered a maverick, which is kind of technically what my energy is. And some of the others that are on this live right now. Okay. Where am I? So Chiron is a maverick. It's an irregular, deeply eccentric comet operating on an egg-shaped orbit between Saturn and Uranus. It acts as a literal astronomical bridge between our inner planets, our interpersonal planets, our ego, our drive, our daily lives, and the heavy-hitting outer evolutionary forces of Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Okay? In your birth chart and in the collective sky, Chiron represents the sacred wound. This is the specific vulnerability that feels completely structural, deeply ancestral, and almost impossible to erase. It's the place where you feel inherently disqualified, broken, or not enough. And I'm going to interject here. Stop believing the lies, especially the ones you've been telling yourself for years. You are enough. Excuse my Jersey. There is nothing, absolutely nothing fucking wrong with you. Okay? So, but here's the absolute divine architecture of Chiron. The wound is in the womb. Chiron is the wounded healer because it shows us exactly where our greatest personal suffering is transmuted into our highest spiritual medicine. Pay attention to this, okay? You do not become a master by being bulletproof. You become a master because you went into the trenches of your own pain, faced it fully, and learned how to heal yourself. That scar becomes the exact place where you hold the frequency to heal the world. That's big. That's good stuff right there, and it's the truth. Without integrating your Chiron wound, you cannot access the higher cosmic frequencies of the outer planets. You can't keep burying your head in the sand. You cannot keep pointing your fingers to others or other situations. You have to look in within and what's actually triggering you, what's actually causing your pain, or the issues in your life, okay? You stay trapped in a loop of reaction, shadow, and survival mode. It is the ultimate evolutionary gatekeeper. For the last 8 years, since 2018, Chiron has been in Aries. The wound was about identity, courage, and existence. Do I have the right to be myself? Am I allowed to take up space? We fought the battles of the self. But today, my loves, today, the cosmic spotlight completely shifts. Chiron enters Taurus, the bull. The battle moves out of the concept of identity and slams directly into the physical body, the nervous system, and our survival biology. Taurus is a fixed earth sign. It rules the absolute bedrock of physical reality. Your physical body, your cellular health, and your relationship with food, yes, covers everything, mind, body, and spirit. Your tangible assets, currency, banking, and financial security, and your fundamental self-worth, the unshakable belief that you deserve to receive abundance simply because you breathe. When the wounded healer enters the domain of the bull, It exposes every single area where we have internalized a lie, notice what I'm saying, a lie of lack, poverty, or physical inadequacy. Now, the historic rarity and the Chiron-Pluto square mechanics. Now, let's address the massive question that defines this exact moment. Is this alignment rare? Yes, it's incredibly, staggeringly rare. We are sitting in a structural anomaly right now that will not happen again in our lifetimes. Chiron takes 50 years to travel through the entire zodiac. So now for some of the babies that aren't 54 like I am, it'll travel again for you. For me, maybe it's possible, but I don't know. So it's a big deal, especially for people like me. Okay. So it takes 50 years for Chiron to travel through the entire zodiac because its orbit is so irregular. It passes through Taurus with intense, concentrated focus. We haven't seen Chiron in Taurus, like I said, since 1984. But what makes today, June 19th, 2026, an historically unprecedented event is the intense environment that it is arriving in. I know this makes sense to you. We call 2026, and I have been screaming it from the tops of the mountains to all of you guys since we entered this year. 2026, a destiny year, because all three major outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, are simultaneously at the critical, explosive early degrees of their new signs. So what this means, it is completely rewiring the global matrix. Don't just listen to what I'm saying. I want you to open yourself out, expand your line of sight, and hear what I'm saying. Allow you to feel it through your heart center, which is the seat of your soul. I want what is going on now and these transmissions to just move through your entire being. Receive the echo. Okay, hear me. And as Chiron steps into Taurus today, it locks into a building, heavy-hitting 90 degree square to Pluto in Aquarius. So let's deconstruct the exact mechanics of the Chiron-Pluto square, because it is the defining planetary friction point of the next few years. A square is an alignment of crisis, friction, and forced action. It represents two competing evolutionary agendas locked in a room together that cannot ignore each other. Look at the forces clashing here. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with on a personal level, you know, within ourselves, within our lives, and within the world right now. So this is important, you know what's going on and how to move through it. So, as we look at the forces that are clashing, Pluto in Aquarius is the urge to completely overhaul society through technology, collective networks, data, artificial intelligence, which I'm not really a fan of for a lot of reasons, and decentralized digital systems. It is hyper-conceptual and moves at the speed of light into the future. Now, Chiron in Taurus is the visceral reality of the human animal. It is slow, biological, resource dependent, and rooted in the tangible physical earth. We are placed here upon this planet for a very brief period of time, the whisper of a lifetime, the flicker of a flame, to live human lives, to sometimes suffer what it is to be human, but also to celebrate that very thing and to learn the lessons we're meant to learn so we can rise above and evolve. Remember, what do I say? I call bullshit to the namaste-ers because we all have that goddess and God within us. But we were here to experience and live human lives. So the human in me loves, sees, and adores the human in you. And then by the end of our lifetime, hopefully we really embraced this human experience and did what we were supposed to do so that we can rise to evolving into that God and Goddess. But we weren't put on this earth to sit on a throne. You understand what I'm saying? Thinking you get me. So the profound friction of this square means the high frequency, chaotic technological upgrades happening globally or being forcefully forced down into our physical reality, whether we like it or not. Pluto in Aquarius wants to launch us into the digital matrix. Hi, Craig. While Chiron in Taurus screams, my nervous system and my physical body cannot sustain that pace without breaking. So the last time Chiron entered Taurus during a massive multi-planet outer realignment like this was the late 1920s and early 1930s. What happened back then? And then I want you to see what's happening in our world right now. The absolute collapse of old banking systems, global economic depressions, and a forced, brutal redistribution of resources and wealth. Talk about history repeating itself, just on a completely different level. Really think about that. So, history is mirroring itself. But we are here to change the response. That's why I'm doing this live. This is why I am pushing you guys as hard as I am. This 2026 transit is a multi-phase initiation. The universe doesn't throw us into the deep end without a preview phase. So we're going to discuss the Chiron in Taurus timeline, so you know what's happening. Got it? June 19th, 2026, which is today, the initial Ingress, the veil drops, and we get our first visceral somatic taste of what this 7-year cycle demands of us. Then, as we move forward into August 3rd of 2026, Chiron stations retrograde at 0 degrees Taurus, forcing an immediate internal review of our survival identity. September 17th of 2026, Chiron temporarily slips back into Aries for one final house cleaning of our independent identity. April 24th, or April 14th, of 2027, Chiron enters Taurus permanently, locking in this frequency until 2034. The collective shadow of the Chiron-Pluto square is survival panic and digital disassociation. When external economic systems fluctuate, the collective ego defaults to hoarding, staying trapped in toxic situations out of sheer terror of lack, and abusing technology to disassociate from the body, using it as a distraction from life, from living your life. But the medicine, that alchemical medicine, okay, is a radical return to somatic sovereignty. You cannot hold this massive spiritual and technological upgrades of this new era if your physical vessel is depleted, ungrounded, or operating in survival mode. So, get it together. Excuse my Jersey, shit or get off the pot. You need to figure out. No more excuses. Because you're going to be left in the past and you're going to be stuck. And instead of you controlling your own life and you dictating the course of it, you will be stuck listening to others control your life and dictating it for you. And I'm sorry, that is not my vibe. That is not who I am. And I never will be. And if you're in the soul family, if you're connected to me, I'm here to remind you that's not who you are either. Okay? Now, where am I? Where am I? So, okay, got it. It is a collective wake-up call to redefine what security actually means when external systems can no longer guarantee it. All right. So now what I'm going to do right now, I know you're all excited about this, is I'm going to do the astrological energy mapping out for each sign. So I'm kind of going to give you an idea of what house you're in right now and the core wound and the alchemical medicine. Okay? So let's start with Aries. Aries transiting house right now is the second house. Okay? No, thank you. None of that kind of energy. You got it, sweetheart. So for Aries, being that your transiting house is the second house, the core wound in the alchemical medicine is financial sovereignty. Right now, Chiron is hitting your sector of money, values, and self-esteem. You are being asked to heal the deep, toxic belief that your bank account dictates your value as a human being. The medicine, what's going to help you with this, is untangling your worth from your wealth and building an ironclad financial foundation from a place of deservingness. Okay? For Taurus, your transiting house is the first house. Your deep wound right now, the core wound, and your alchemical medicine, your prescription for this, is radical self-acceptance. Chiron is sitting directly on your physical identity, your body, and your visibility. This is a profound somatic initiation. You are healing deep-seated wounds around your body image, physical inadequacy, or physical adequacy, and the fear of being seen. So the medicine, what you need to do is stripping away the masks of hyper-independence so you can feel completely secure in your own skin. Okay? For my Geminis, your transiting house right now is the 12th house. Your core deep wound right now and your alchemical medicine, the cure, okay, what you're going to be working on is subconscious scarcity. Chiron enters your house of the unconscious dreams and ancestral karma. This transit is unearthing hidden fears of lack and inherited poverty loops that don't even belong to you. Your cure, the medicine, is a deep psychological and spiritual cleanup. You are breaking the generational chains of survival terror. My Cancers, transiting house is the 11th house. your deep core wound and your alchemical medicine, community and integrity. So community integrity. Chiron is activating your network, alliances, and social circles. You are facing the wound of belonging, where you have compromised your personal values or sold out your integrity just to fit in the tribe. The medicine is finding the courage to stand in your truth. I always tell you guys, stand in your truth while doing no harm, knowing your real community will meet you there. The people who are meant to be there, the people that are truly your community, will still be standing once you speak your truth and will back you up. Okay? Hello, my love. How are you? For my Leos, your transiting house right now is the 10th house. Your deep core wound right now in alchemical medicine, sovereign leadership. Chiron hits your peak house of career, public legacy, and authority right now. You are confronting wounds around recognition and the terror of failure or exposure. The medicine is shifting away from seeking external validation or applause and stepping onto professional authority rooted entirely in your own true value. My Virgos, transiting house is the 9th house right now. Expansive truth. That's your deep core wound, and then we're going to go into the alchemical spirit medicine of it all. So expansive truth. Chiron enters your sector of higher belief, philosophy, and expansion. It is exposing the intellectual loops and limiting dogmas that keep you playing small and hyper-analyzing reality. The medicine is shattering your self-imposed glass ceilings, stepping out of your survival thinking, and owning your role as a true teacher. Level up, my loves. For Libras, which happens to be me, our transiting house right now is the 8th house. Alchemical intimacy. Our deep core wound and alchemical medicine is this. Alchemical intimacy. Chiron is diving into your house of shadows, shared resources, and deep commitments. This activates wounds around financial or emotional codependency and past relational betrayals. So the medicine for us right now is learning how to merge with another without losing our power. Rewriting joint financial agreements and establishing fierce boundaries. My Scorpios, transiting house is the 7th house right now. Relational mirrors, that's our core wound right now. And alchemical medicine is going to follow it up. Relational mirrors. Chiron is transiting your house of one-on-one partnerships and business alliances. It is shining a light on trust issues and fears of abandonment that make you control or isolate. So the medicine for this is healing the heart after betrayal, learning that dependability is real, and allowing yourself to be safely held by equals. Got it? Get it? Good. I make myself laugh sometimes. As long as you can amuse yourself, hey. Whatever it takes. Now for my Sagittariuses, your transiting house right now is your 6th house. Your deep wound, okay, and the medicine, somatic alignment. Chiron enters your house of daily labor, routines, and physical health. It is exposing the wound of chronic burnout, hyperproductivity, and disassociation from your physical needs. The medicine is learning to listen to your nervous system, treating your daily routine actually as a sanctuary, and remembering that rest is a non-negotiable asset. Capricorns, transiting house right now is that 5th house. The deep wound, the core wound, and the medicine is creative deservability. Chiron is activating your sector of joy, romance, children, and authentic self-expression. You are confronting the rigid blockages that tell you pleasure must always be earned through your hard work. Lies, I tell you, that is all lies. The medicine is reclaiming your right to joy, play, and unedited creative sovereignty simply for the bliss of it. My Aquarians, transitioning house is the 4th house right now. Foundational safety is your core wound, and then I'm going to give you the medicine, okay? Chiron is moving into the deepest bedrock of your chart right now. Your home, family, roots, and emotional foundation. It is unearthing early childhood programming and ancestral instability. The medicine is realizing that you are your own primary caretaker. You are rebuilding your internal sense of safety from the absolute ground up. And we are going to finish off the zodiac right now with Pisces. You're transiting, my fish are transiting through their 3rd house. Your core wound and your medicine, the alchemical medicine, focusing on your sovereign voice. Chiron enters your house of communication, local community, and mindset. It is activating the wound of the muted voice, where you have doubted your intelligence or stayed quiet to keep the peace. The medicine for this is clearing the throat chakra, rewriting your mental loops, and speaking your unedited truth without apology. Unapologetically yourself. Okay? So this gives you a really good idea of what's going on so far, everything that we've covered. Now I want to enter into the non-negotiable, earth-based calls to action. What I need you to do. And it's not for me, it's for yourself. Which ultimately, if we do these for ourselves, it benefits everybody around you in a very positive way. So, you ready to listen to me? You paying attention? Do I have your attention? Okay. So, we do not just sit back and let astrology, the universe, and cosmos just happen to us. We are not passive victims of the planets. We are conscious collaborators with the cosmos, because Chiron is an earth sign clashing with Pluto's digital revolution. Your integration cannot be purely intellectual, emotional, or spiritual. It cannot live on a screen. It must be physical, tangible, and structural. So here are the non-negotiable calls to action to ground the frequency of Chiron in Taurus today for all of us. Somatic, the first one is somatic grounding and nervous system de-escalation. When survival panic or financial anxiety hits your energetic field over the next 7 years, you cannot think your way out of it. If your vagus nerve is screaming in fight or flight from the influx of the Aquarian collective noise, your high-frequency manifestation tools will misfire. So the action, so this isn't just for the next few weeks. This is, I'm giving you some tools here for the next 7 years. Got it? The action is this. Commit to a physical, daily, somatic anchor, which means I'm going to translate this for you, which is one of my favorite things, is walking barefoot on the earth. I am a barefoot girl. I am a beach girl. I am. Walking through the grass, on a nice day, even on a cloudy day, going to the beach, but walking barefoot on the earth, ground into the earth. Practice conscious breath work specifically designed to drop your heart rate. Put down the technology. I don't even want you to put something on like breath work as you're walking through the grass or the shore in your ears on a headset. Put down the electric. Put down the digital and the technology. Do it like we used to do back in the day, which some of the people who were born, over the past 20 years don't even know about. Get rid of the technology. Figure out how to do breath work, which is just breathing. Finding that rhythmic breathing, calming down, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathing in for a count of three, holding out for a count of 3 or 4. But just walking on the earth without any technology attached to you for a while, barefoot, breathing, connecting, being. Okay? So, practice conscious breath work specifically designed to drop your heart rate. Put down the technology and step away from the digital matrix for a designated block of time every single day. And also, if you're having a rough day, you can do it periodically through your day. It doesn't take long, just to center yourself and bring the clarity back and the calm. Force your physical body to remember that right here, right now, it is safe to reside. So that was the one. Your second call to action. Run an energetic value and deservability audit. Take an unflinching, honest look at where you are currently settling for crumbs, shrinking your capacity, or tolerating dynamics that drain your life's force out of a hidden fear of lack. Now, the action that I want you to take that's going to help us all out. Look at your business, your relationships, and your daily boundaries. Identify the exact places where you are operating from scarcity, whether that is undercharging for your brilliance, over-delivering to the point of depletion, or staying in a stagnant situation because you're terrified there isn't anything better on the other side. Draw an ironclad boundary in that specific area this week. Okay? Third call to action. Establish concrete, resilient foundations. Taurus despises vague illusions. It demands structural, tangible security. And we are rebuilding our lives while the old world transitions, because that is what is happening right now. So the action I would like us all to take, and I am including me in this. I am not immune to all this craziness. Simplify and sovereignize your physical world. Clean up your debts. Treat your nutrition and your sleep as sacred business assets. Reconnect with the physical earth, whether that means supporting local agriculture, growing something yourself, or putting your capital into assets that are real, tangible, and true. Build a foundation that is completely resilient against external noise. Now, the way we're going to bring this to an end right now, which I'm having fun doing this with you guys. It's something new, right? Before we close this live, I want all of you to take both of these, take your digits, take your hands. I want you to place both hands over your heart. And I want you to close your eyes wherever you're at. It's safe. as long as you're not driving. Okay, so place your hands over your heart, close your eyes, and let these words sink deeply into your bones. Let it resonate through your being. Let this be your code for the entire 7-year cycle ahead. Your worth is inherent. It is structural. It is an unshakable law of the cosmos. It is not something you have to earn through hyperproductivity. It is not something you validate through the things you own, the status you hold, or the numbers in a digital ledger. And it is entirely independent of the external systems of a world in transition. You are worthy of abundance, safety, and deep, exquisite peace simply because you exist. Welcome to the era of Chiron and Taurus. Stand tall, ground deep, and claim your sovereign right to thrive in this destiny year. Got it? I will be publishing this on my page so you can re-listen to it. If you have a question and you need it clarified, please feel free to send me a direct message. And all I can do is extend myself out to you, because remember, you guys are my passion. You are my loves. Besides my children, who I truly believe I was placed on this earth to give the world, to be their mom. My life's work and my purpose is you, to help you heal and live happy, healthy, abundant, love-filled, passionate lives. But the only way we're going to be able to do that is if you take that first step. Have that leap of faith. And allow me the honor and the gift of being able to work with you. We will face the things we need to face together. Those things you need to face, the things you need to let go of, what you need to heal. Identify any generational, ancestral curses, any programming that does not serve you or your best good. Be able to get rid of all that and release it in this destiny year. And then we can sit there and look at your choices and your paths ahead, where you're headed, and create that plan for you to be able to move forward. Hello, Gracie, my love, my baby girl. Have courage and be fearless and know that you're not alone. I am here with you. And we'll do that together, okay? So direct message me or go to my website, www.oneheartonespirit.com. Book your sessions now. Let's get it in and get it done. We hit 6-month mark on Sunday during the summer solstice. I will be back to do a summer solstice live, an energy report celebrating the summer solstice and the energy that we're in and the sign we're transitioning into. We're going to be doing an amazing live virtual journey on Sunday night. I am doing a journey at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but all coasts are welcome. Definitely direct message me. These journeys that I have been writing and doing right now have been life-changing and transformational for the people that have been doing them with me. So definitely you want to turn around and sign up for that journey, as well as the series that I just started. There's 5 more left, so you can either do the other 5, and then if you end up deciding you want to do the one I already did, I can arrange a time to do that as well. Or you can pick the ones that are calling out to you most. But understand that all these journeys that I do, it's like opening up their different levels, the starting level, and then we go higher and higher and higher. So we're unlocking the doors to open up your world and open up your consciousness so that you're able to ascend right now in this lifetime. Good time for past life regressions, soul retrievals, amazing time for life path readings and crossroads. So definitely hit me up. Let's get these in, get these sessions in and done, or as my daughter would say, done and dusted. Okay? So on that, because I have to do a session right when I hop off this, I want you to, take into what I said into consideration. Know that I'm here for you. I want to thank you for being here with me today. Blessed be, and a wild, passionate love to you all. You have an amazing evening and weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, and I will see you guys on Sunday. I'll talk to you soon.